This could definitely be an issue. Here is part 2 on this Coyote teardown. So I've just started taking the spark plugs out, and I'll be doing that compression test now just to try to narrow down where the coolant leak or compression loss is coming from. Already broke them all loose. I'm just getting them screwed all the way out. I'm going to be checking this side first because this is the side that had that coolant running out of the exhaust weld. So I suspect something on this side. I've got my compression tester here. I'm going to start on this side, check one at a time, and I'll show you the results of each cylinder. Don't forget, you have to add the adapter on the end, so it's not going to screw in there without it. I've got all the other injectors unplugged, so I've got my compression tester in that front cylinder, and I'm going to crank it for 15 seconds on each cylinder and see what it shows. Cylinder 1 looks like it's just a little bit over 150. There is cylinder 2. Here's cylinder 3, or the third one I've done. Here is number 4. It's a little higher than the others. I'm getting ready to test the compression on this one here, which would be number 5 for me. And I was just looking a little closer, and I can see coolant coming up through the spark plug hole on that cylinder, so that there is very likely going to be an issue. Here's number 5. It's up there closer to 180, and just for the trolls on here, I did add oil in the motor before I'm doing a compression test, so nothing wrong there. This is the cylinder that I seen coolant coming out of. Showing good compression, but I don't know what it's doing under a load, for instance, when when it's under boost, got a lot more compression. Could be lifting ahead a little, so I'm not sure there yet. Here is number 7. And here's the last, number 8 cylinder, which it checks out good as well. I'm here looking at this cylinder that I've seen that coolant coming from. If you look down in there, you see the pistons all black, like normal. Look on this one. See if I can get it in there. You see it's shiny down there. And you look the next one, it's all black. So there's definitely something going on with this one right here, because you can easily see it's clean. And I'm going to get my bore scope, stick it down in there, and see what I can find down there. I've got my bore scope down in here, getting it pushed down in the spark plug hole. So I'll see what I can see over here in my computer as soon as I get that lined up. There, I got it in. I'm looking here at my computer screen for the bore scope. I see some writing on there, which I'm not sure if the 11 to 14 Mustangs have that on the pistons or not. I don't think they do. I know the S550s don't. It may be an aftermarket piston, I'm not positive. But I do see coolant drop sitting on there. You see right there, there's a drop. And let's spin it on around and see if we can see, whoa. You can actually see the coolant puddled up in that cylinder. So that is definitely where the coolant's coming from. That cylinder there is leaking into here. I'm surprised it hasn't hydrolocked, but from there it is seeping down past the rings and into the oil. So we definitely know where to look for the problem now once I start taking it apart. Normally I like to diagnose it and know exactly where it's coming from, so I don't just start throwing parts at it, and you know, I know where to look for the issue. So next thing, we'll have to pull those heads off and figure out what's going on. Now that I found where the issue's coming from, I'll end this video, and the next ones will have the engine removal, pulling the heads down or pulling the heads off, and figuring out exactly what's causing it. My guess is it's a head gasket leaking into there. I don't think it's a cracked head, just because this thing had a 69mm pulley on it, and you know, supposedly had the head studs, which it didn't. So 69mm and E85, like it was on, is a good indication the head's gonna lift with stock bolts. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.